When we delve into the world of villains, few names resonate as powerfully as Voldemort. The sinister antagonist of the Harry Potter series, Voldemort, also known as Tom Marvolo Riddle, is a figure shrouded in darkness and fear. His presence looms large over the wizarding world, casting a shadow that influences the narrative at every turn. As a character, he's not just a mere villain, he represents the embodiment of evil in the wizarding world, with a complexity that invites both fear and fascination. J.K. Rowling crafted Voldemort with layers, making one of the most compelling antagonists in modern movies, thanks to the work of Mike Newell and David Yates bringing Ralph Fiennes' version to life and Chris Columbus bringing the original one. His character is not defined solely by his malevolent actions, but by his disturbing ideology and relentless pursuit of power. For many viewers, Voldemort is the epitome of villainy, a character whose very name sparks terror and whose actions define the boundaries of good and evil. Welcome to Popcorn Programming. Here is our look at if Voldemort is a good villain or not. Pop pop! Understanding Voldemort begins with exploring the origins of Tom Riddle. Born to a witch mother called Merope Gaunt and a muggle father, Tom Riddle Sr., his early life was marked by tragedy and neglect. Merope's death soon after his birth left him in an orphanage, a place devoid of love and warmth. It was here that young Tom began to exhibit signs of his magical abilities, alongside an unsettling penchant for cruelty and manipulation. These formative years are crucial in comprehending the transformation from Tom Riddle to Lord Voldemort. His experiences at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry further shaped his path. Sorted into Slytherin House, he excelled academically, yet his charm masked a growing obsession with immortality and power. The discovery of his heritage as the last descendant of Salazar Slytherin only fueled his ambition and sense of superiority. The transition to Voldemort was marked by his quest for immortality through Horcruxes, which are dark magical objects that required the splitting of one's soul. Each Horcrux was created to be a testament to his descent into darkness, reflecting his willingness to sacrifice humanity for invincibility. This backstory not only illustrates his motivations, but also underscores the inherent tragedy of a gifted young wizard consumed by his own fears and desires. Voldemort's motivations are deeply rooted in his desire for power and conquest. Unlike many villains driven by revenge or personal vendettas, Voldemort's ambitions are grander and more insidious. He seeks to dominate not just the wizarding world, but to reshape it entirely in his own image, a world free of muggles, and those he deems unworthy of having magic, so basically anyone who's not a pureblood, which includes himself ironically enough. His goals are clear: immortality and absolute control. Voldemort's fear of death is perhaps his most defining trait, driving him to create multiple Horcruxes to ensure his survival. This fear stems from his inability to comprehend love and mortality, marking him as a tragic figure who equates dominance with invulnerability. His pursuit of the Elder Wand towards the end of the Harry Potter saga as we know it, the most powerful wand in existence, further illustrates his unending quest for supremacy. However, Voldemort's motivations are not solely about fear and power. They're also deeply personal. His disdain for muggles is tied to his own mixed heritage and the rejection by his father. This personal vendetta against his own origins manifests in his genocidal ideology, making his character a chilling exploration of how personal trauma can evolve into widespread terror. Voldemort's mastery of the dark arts is unparalleled, setting him apart from other wizards and cementing his status as a formidable adversary. From a very young age, he exhibited a natural aptitude for dark magic, a skill he honed and expanded throughout his life. His knowledge of curses, potions, and forbidden spells was not just comprehensive, it was innovative, pushing the boundaries of what was considered possible in the magical world. The impact of his dark magic extends beyond mere spells and curses. It represents a philosophy of fear and control, a means to subjugate and manipulate others. His creation of Horcruxes is a testament to this mastery, a dark art so vile that it requires the murder of innocents to achieve. Each Horcrux is a fragment of his soul, an anchor that ties him to the living world and protects him from death. Voldemort's use of the dark arts also serves as a tool for propaganda and intimidation. His followers, known as the Death Eaters, are bound to him not only by loyalty, but also by fear of his wrath. The dark mark, a symbol of his dominion, is etched into their skin, a constant reminder of his power. Through the dark arts, Voldemort creates an environment of dread, ensuring that his name inspires terror long after his physical presence has vanished. In the realm of cinematic villains, Voldemort stands alongside some of the most notorious figures in film history. Yet what sets him apart from others such as Darth Vader from the Star Wars films or Sauron from Lord of the Rings is his intricate backstory and psychological depth. While many villains are defined by their actions alone, Voldemort's character is enriched by his complex motivations and the personal history that drives him. Unlike Sauron, who is often depicted as a distant, almost abstract force of evil, Voldemort is a tangible presence with distinct human traits. His fears, desires, and vulnerabilities make him a more relatable antagonist, even as his actions remain monstrous. Similarly, while Darth Vader's story is one of redemption, Voldemort's tale is a cautionary narrative of how ambition and fear can lead to one's downfall. In comparing Voldemort to these iconic films, it is essential to consider the thematic elements they represent. Voldemort embodies the dangers of unchecked ambition and the corrupting influence of power, themes that resonate deeply with audiences. His character is a reminder of the fine line between greatness and ruin, a line that many villains tread, but few cross with such devastating consequences. Fear is a fundamental component of Voldemort's strategy for domination. His reign is characterized by an atmosphere of terror, where the mere mention of his name induces panic. This pervasive fear is not just a byproduct of his actions, but a calculated tool used to maintain control over his followers and his adversaries. Control is exercised through this fear, which is a tactic that ensures loyalty amongst the Death Eaters and submission from the magical community. Voldemort's ability to instill fear is not limited to his magical prowess, but extends to his psychological manipulation. He exploits the deepest fears of those around him, and using those to bend wills and enforce obedience. This psychological warfare is as potent as any spell, creating an environment where dissent is silenced by terror. The effectiveness of his reign is amplified by his strategic use of fear, which permeates every aspect of the wizarding world. From the infiltration of the Ministry of Magic to the targeting of Hogwarts, Voldemort's influence is felt everywhere. His control is absolute, not just through force, but through the pervasive dread that he inspires, ensuring that his power remains unchallenged. Voldemort's appearance and name are rich with symbolism, reflecting the core aspects of his character and his descent into darkness. His physical transformation from Tom Riddle to Voldemort is stark, representing the loss of humanity and the embrace of evil. His serpent-like features, including slitted eyes and a flat, snake-like nose, symbolize his association with the dark arts and his connection to the serpent, which is a creature often linked with deceit and danger. His name too carries significant weight. Voldemort translates to Flight of Death in French, a fitting moniker for someone who seeks to conquer mortality. This name change marks his rejection of his past and his complete immersion in his new identity as a Dark Lord. It is a declaration of his intent to defy death and assert his dominance over life itself. The symbolism extends to his followers, the Death Eaters, whose very name reflects their allegiance to a master obsessed with death. The Dark Mark, which is a skull with a serpent emerging from its mouth, serves as a constant reminder of his power and the fear that he instills. Together, Voldemort's appearance and name encapsulate his transformation from a gifted wizard to a figure of terror, embodying the themes of power, fear, and mortality. Assessing Voldemort as a villain, though, involves examining the qualities that make an antagonist compelling and memorable. A good villain is not just defined by their actions, but by their motivations, their complexity, and the impact they have on the narrative. In these respects, Voldemort excels, making him one of the most effective villains in film. Voldemort's complexity is one of his greatest strengths as a villain. His backstory provides insights into his motivations, creating a character who is not purely evil, but shaped by fear, ambition, and personal trauma. This depth makes him more than a one-dimensional antagonist, allowing audiences to understand. While we may not empathise with him, we can at least understand his descent into darkness. Furthermore, Voldemort's impact on the Harry Potter series is absolutely undeniable. His presence drives the plot, shaping the destinies of the characters and the world that they inhabit. His actions have far-reaching consequences, and his ideology of supremacy challenges the protagonist to confront their own beliefs and values. In this way, Voldemort serves as a catalyst for growth and change, not just for Harry Potter, but for the entire wizarding world. Voldemort's character is a masterpiece of villainy, crafted with layers of complexity that invite both fear and fascination. His tragic origins, relentless quest for power, and mastery of the dark arts create a chilling narrative of ambition and destruction. Through his story, we explore the themes of fear, control, and the human condition, making him not just an antagonist, but a profound commentary on the nature of evil. And there you have it, there is our video. So what do you think? Is Voldemort really a good villain? Let us know in the comment section down below. If you've enjoyed this video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button if you're new around here. That's all for now, so I'd like to thank you for watching, and we'll see you later. Pop pop!